What is going on, boys? Unfortunately, the lads were ducking. Nobody wanted to take the shag. I'm here by myself today. Pimped out the stew. You guys already know who we're talking about. Welcome to the podcast. Before we get started, obviously, if you guys want to get your jerseys, make sure you check out FPT Sports, link in the description. And make sure you tune into our Discord, which we're active on practically every single day. If you weren't on our Discord throughout the weekend, then you obviously missed out. Where do I begin? Manchester United, FA Cup, Man City thrashing, outclassed by Bald Hog himself. America lifting el Bicampeonato, la quinceañera, complete. I don't. What else is worth living? I have nothing else to prove. I have nothing else to live for. I have nothing else to want in my life. I've succeeded already. Got a couple topics here for you guys today. Obviously, I heard Al's got something special for me on top of that we're gonna get to towards the end. But obviously, I gotta get my input, my 2 cents in on the games and so forth. Obviously, topic number 1 is gonna be Julián Quiñones. He is now the all-time leading campeonato with 6 títulos, behind some Argentine motherfucker that I can't remember because he was definitely way before my time. But him and Quiñones are the only 2 players with 6 campeonatos. Julián Quiñones has done it twice. Has done it with 3 different teams, twice each, and 2 of those teams were bicampeonatos. Who's bigger than him? Who could possibly be bigger than him? You guys are gonna say Gignac. You guys are gonna say this. You guys are gonna say that. But in reality, Quiñones is more likely leaving America, unfortunately, as an all-timer, as a Liga MX all-timer, and there's no denying it. I won't say his season was the best. Downright, America's season at all wasn't the best. But he's leaving a champion. He's leaving thanked. He's leaving pretty much untouchable. There's nothing anybody could tell him. So he could leave to wherever he wants. He can retire if he wanted to. He doesn't even have to play for the selección anymore. Quiñones es un grande. And it's time that he starts getting his flowers. You know? Obviously, he's leaving to Saudi Arabia, it looks like it. I'm not too upset, obviously, because players come and go. We obviously have people lined up. We have money on the line. At the end of the day, America isn't just one season wonder. We're looking out for the next. We're looking out for the next. Bicampeonato, yes, the celebration is done. Ahora seguir por el tercero. El tricampeonato is all we're looking for, and it's not expected because has it ever been done before? I don't think so. But it's definitely not expected. Obviously, it's preferred, but to do it 3 times and with the level that is amping up in the league, this is going to be really hard. I want to give a huge shout out to Cruz Azul and Martin Anselmi, or however you say it, for the job he's done for that side. You guys were absolutely nothing. Nobody was expecting Cruz Azul to enter the final. No one was expecting Cruz Azul to even have a good Liguilla run. Not at all. But that 3-back and the way they played throughout the entire season was second to none. Unlucky for them, they couldn't get it done. Chances wasted. And obviously, America's going to finish and put the game to bed. Will I say they deserved it? Absolutely. America was outclassed. America was outclassed in every single way. But like I said, at the end of the day, it really matters on whether you put your chances in the back of the net or not. And that's pretty much it. Obviously, you guys are going to have your, you guys know exactly what I'm going to bring up. The foul, the penalty. Was it a penalty? Yes. Let's get over it. It was a 50-50 tackle. Cesar Reyes beat him to the ball. You guys are going to show your pictures. You guys are going to show your angles. You guys are going to keep crying. But at the end of the day, the league is done. The title's done. La quinceañera ya llegó. And the foul was called. That's it. You guys are going to bring up a whole bunch of other fouls that happened throughout the Liguilla. But there was a whole bunch of other fouls. There was a whole bunch of other shit that didn't happen for America as well. I think the officiating was perfect throughout the Liguilla. Wouldn't say perfect, but you know what I meant. I think they did their job just fine. to have a 6 minute, VAR review, and then to obviously confirm that it's a penalty. It's like, can you really say anything else after that? What's the argument there after that? What's the argument after all the reviewing is done between 5 officials with the 4 VAR men and the actual ref reviewing the replay over and over and over and over again? Boys, it was a penalty, and there's nothing you guys can do about it. What I recently did see was that Isra Isra had mentioned that he flopped, or I guess left his foot in. Pretty much like Antuna did against the Malagon foul. You guys take that however you want. Take it with a grain of salt. Don't give a shit. Title's already done, baby. Going into my next topic, obviously the person who won us the penalty, Isra Reyes. Isra Reyes was bought from Puebla as a contención. We didn't even buy him as a proper center back at the start, which is what we only used him for. Did it work out? Not really. I don't think the pairing was working, especially since Cáceres was still missing a lot of form. It just really seemed like we were eating a lot of goals, unfortunately. But with our right back dilemma, Emilio Lara being ass and getting a lot of this, obviously underperforming and being well under expectation to what was expected of him, of course. I think he's done a perfect job. I think Israel Reyes has done a perfect job. He was the man who stepped in and decided to fight for that spot, knowing that he wanted to be in the starting 11. And that's exactly what we need in the squad. That's the type of players. Those are the type of players that bring hope. Those are the type of players that are great for the locker room, that show that there's something worth fighting for, and he's delivered week in, week out, all season. Israel Reyes is my dad. Israel Reyes is my dad. Because what else is there to do, fam? He's starting Copa America, and there's nothing you guys can do about it. Jorge Sanchez is better. Julián Araujo, I don't think is fully fit. And give me another right back that's better than him. You probably can't. End of discussion. Julián Araujo is pretty good, actually. I do like him. But like I said, injuries are going to stop him. Jorge Sanchez brings nothing to the table apart from just running and his curly hair. He's a walking highlight reel. And Isra Reyes has been nothing but stand out. Week in, week out. Going up and down the pitch, giving good crosses, defending well, aerial ability, defensive ability, footwork, crosses. What else do you need? Obviously, the stature could be a bit of a problem because he's probably not as fast as other fullbacks can be. But he's clearly shown that hasn't been a problem. Sebastián Cáceres as well. Didn't even get to play the whole Liguilla. Got benched by Ramon Juárez because of that injury, unfortunately. And Ramon Juárez also stepped in and played a perfect job. I love Ramon Juárez. I love the heart. I love the fire in him. He sold. He sold versus Pachuca completely, and everything was out the window for him. It didn't even look like he was going to start playing. It looked like we were going to play Néstor Araujo at some point, and it really sucked. But he stepped up. He stepped in when it mattered the most, and he played a great Liguilla apart from the first leg against Pachuca. Everything else was a great game. I guess I could talk about better Cruz Azul. Like Carlos Salcedo, that guy was underneath the water, and he ended up becoming another finalista. Unlucky for him. He's playing really well. Cruz Azul hopefully should keep him. Gonzalo Piovi played really good. They should keep him as well. Charlie Rodriguez, of course. And Rodrigo Huescas is another player that I really, really, really like, and I do wish to see a lot more of him. Probably, hopefully, going to the World Cup squad. It'd be very beneficial for us since it looks like we're moving on to the next step in terms of giving the youngsters a bit more hope. So hopefully we can do a lot more with that. Let's see. All right, I got this. Luis Angel Malagar. Wow. What a game. What a game, bro. From the first minute to the 90th was doing nothing but crucial saves in important matters and important attempts. Where wasn't he needed? America were getting peppered throughout the whole game. We didn't really seem to even press. We took 3 shots off target outside the box in the first half. We weren't doing anything. And Malagon, crucial save after crucial save after crucial save. Cruz Azul gave it their all. But at the end of the day, the CA only stands for one thing, and it's comprar árbitros. I think that there's no other goalie that should be playing for the selección apart from him. I don't think anybody's in par with Malagon right now. I don't think anybody's had better seasons than Malagon. I don't think anybody's had a better showcase in goal than Malagon. It was stated that he had lost somebody. I'm pretty sure he had lost somebody very important to his life around the second half of the season, obviously when that America slump began. And obviously, you know, situations like that are pretty tough to handle as a professional footballer. You have your own life as well. And he handled it easily. He handled it perfectly as a proper professional should. And Luis Ángel Malagón is this generation's Memo Ochoa, and it should not change in any other way. I don't see any other goalie being our number one for years to come.
I have some questions from the Discord.
You got Discord questions?
Yep.
Oh, I ain't even introduce Alfam, fuck.
Can you see them?
Yeah, I can. I can't read them, but I mean, I could definitely see them.
Emmanuel said, favorite America kit of all time.
Favorite America kit? Probably either the 2013 one, the Moises Munoz header, not the goalkeeper kit, but that bright yellow kit, or honestly, this season's the one we just won La Quince with. Two beautiful kids. I think the retro aspect was in both of them, just portrayed very differently. But I think I'm gonna have to go with the 2013 one just because I much prefer the brighter yellow. The brighter kit just matches. It feels more America to me, if that makes sense.
From Chicote Calderon. I don't know who that is.
I think that's... No, I don't know who that is, actually.
Piojo Herrera or Jardín?
Oh, shit. That's a good question. Piojo Herrera or Andre Jardine? Or Jardín, however you say. And this question's... I'm going to put nostalgia aside and, you know, how much he was part of that squad. And I'm going to say Andre Jardín. You came in to a squad you were unfamiliar with. You came in with no background. You were a secondary assist. You were an assistant coach in the Brazil Olympics. You had no resume, and you came and took the job of the biggest club in North America, winning back-to-back campeonatos. Unfortunately, flunking out of the Copa Mundial de Clubes, but it's really nothing I'm too upset about. Andre Jardine has done what Piojo did in 5 years in his first 2 seasons. So I think I'd have to go just because of how flawless and effective he's been. Has to be Andre Jardine.
Question from Emmanuel again.
This motherfucker's on every video.
Is Quiñones leaving the wrong move for him?
Is Quiñones leaving the wrong move for him? Nah. As I stated earlier in the video, Quiñones is leaving Mexico a god. He's an all-time Liga MX player now, and there's not a single thing anybody can say to him. He's leaving, obviously, maybe not as many goals as he wanted to. Maybe not leaving with the best season possible, but he's leaving a Bicampeonato with 2 different teams and a 6-time Liga MX winner with 3 different squads. That says more than enough.
Let's see the next question. If you could sign a player from the Liga MX to replace Quiñonga, who would it be?
By Steven?
Steven.
I think that's pretty obvious. Obviously, we know who was giving us problems throughout the second half of the season. It was obviously Papachuca. And I think there's no better person than Idrissi to replace him. I'm already seeing that they're in talks here and there, or at least that he's on our radar. And I think a player like Idrissi, who wants to, you know, probably succeed in the Liga MX and not just be known as a good player, would probably make the right choice and sign.
Next question. Question for Kiqs. What signing will affect the team for better or worse?
Signing? Wait, what?
So
what signing will affect it for better or for worse?
What signing will affect the team for better or worse the most? I don't know. All right, next question. Let's see.
I kind of didn't get it.
Who was the most impressive and the most underperforming player for America this past torneo?
Most impressive? Most impressive? I'm going to have to say Malagón. Like I said, man, the whole season was just standout, spectacular goalkeeping from Malagón. Had me at tears majority of the game, of the final. has me at the edge of my seat every time he makes a save. He's a little shorter, so his highlight saves are a little more cameraman worthy, but at the same time, he's been downright one of our best performers, and I think he has to get a bit more respect for that. And in terms of underperforming, definitely Quiñones, unfortunately, because it's not saying that anybody was worse. I'm basing it off of players that have just had their, their fair share of moments and are their expected form, and obviously underperformed. Because Quiñones, obviously coming from the year that he played, having the second most goals. Fuck. Fuck is that? What's good, fam?
What up, bro? What is this nonsense I'm hearing about America?
I mean, shit. You tell me, bro. What is your opinion as a chi hermano?
Puros robos, bro.
What do you think the CA stands for, baby?
For I don't know something.
Comprar árbitros,
what does it stand for?
pendejo.
Cheaters.
Comprar árbitros. Solo los grandes do
Cheaters
it.
athletic.
Like America and Real Madrid.
It was a robo, bro. Admit it. It was a robo.
Where? Where?
That was not a penalty.
Why not?
You're gonna tell me a ball that hold on, am I echoing? Okay.
Don't think so.
All right.
I think you're just stalling.
A play, Israel Reyes. He had no chance of scoring. Why is that a penalty? Why do you get rewarded a free shot at goal?
So what? If it was fucking Malagon who did a step over Elastico, it wouldn't be a penalty because he's not gonna score?
What do you mean?
Say Malagon was the one that got tackled. Since he's not gonna score, obviously, because he's a goalie, it doesn't count, or what?
Bro, that chance, he had zero chance of scoring. The ball's going out of bounds.
Then why did he make the tackle?
What do you mean? Like they hit like Rotondi?
Yeah, then why did Rotondi slide in if Israel Reyes had no chance of scoring, or we had no chance of scoring?
Well, because he wasn't anticipating Israel Reyes having a touch that was gonna go out of bounds. Obviously, he thought he'd probably dribble closer to goal.
So what you're saying is Rotondi was beat to the ball and made contact with Israel Reyes in the box.
Bro,
does that not mean it? Was that not a penalty?
Final.
How does that not count as a penalty?
It's not a penalty in the final.
A 7-minute VAR review, fam. What else? What else could you possibly need? What else could you possibly need?
It's because they said it wasn't a penalty. Even the referees on the VAR, even they released the audios, bro. They're like, "Oh, it was a penalty," and the referee on the field is like, "I'm just gonna stick with my decision." And you hear
once the ref is given the opportunity to go check the camera, it's all up to him at that point, fam. The referees, the VAR had their chance and they couldn't come up together. So they said, all right, go check it out yourself. At that point, it is now ultimately up to the decision of the ref that is checking the VAR review. He is now up to the decision to whether say it's a yes or a no. It's a 50-50. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, totally disgusting penalty. Nah, he needed to be sent off or anything like that. No, not at all. But what I will say is that he lunged into a tackle that was very risky, and he just unfortunately made contact with the man and not the ball. That's the way I see it.
Serious question.
Hold on, he's
Do you
showing
think
the
Cruz Azul
replay.
is getting that call?
Do I think Cruz Azul is getting that call?
Yeah.
I think so. I think so just because of how long it took.
I don't know, bro. I think it was, for me, in my opinion, you cannot decide a final that is that close on some petty little touch.
What's so petty about it? What's so petty about it, though?
My point is that, like, bro, like, he didn't even get side tackled. It was like the trailing leg that, like, barely nicked his foot. This guy had no chance of scoring. And you're just basically handing America the title. Like, here you go.
Do you give penalty decisions off of XG? Is that what I'm hearing?
Maybe we should. No, I'm just kidding. But I mean, this is the way I see it. Like, letter of the law, yeah, it is a penalty. There is contact in the box.
There you go, and that's it, man. That's it. Unfortunately, it looks shitty.
Like,
it looks shitty.
You really want to decide a game like that?
There you go. I think it's just more terms on people's opinion of it.
This was the thing with me. If they didn't call it a penalty, I honestly don't think it would have been like a big old polemica. I'm not even from America fans. Like, if they didn't call a penalty and the game continued and it went to
I agree.
overtime, like I think everyone would have been perfectly fine. Like
I
no one would
agree.
have even thought about it.
So then it should be handled the exact same way if it was given a penalty.
No, because it was more not a penalty than it was a penalty.
Come on, dog. What are we talking? What are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about,
Bro? You know it was fraudulent, bro. Their whole title run was fraudulent.
I'm not gonna say it was fraudulent. I'll definitely say it wasn't compared to last season's because we fucking scraped every advantage we got. Pachuca played like shit in the second leg. Chivas played like shit in the second leg. It seems like a common occurrence going to the Azteca. Motherfuckers can't handle it. Cruz Azul obviously did, and they played their fucking heart out. Cruz Azul played a way better game than America, in my honest opinion. I was at the edge of my seat more looking at Malagon make saves than I was watching Henry Martin take any chances. But yes, it makes sense because people don't like when games finish like that. When games that intense go towards a shitty decision, quote unquote shitty, of course, coming from you guys, from the aunties, of course. Shitty decisions like that, when they're given not towards America, people are not gonna say anything. But when they are given towards America, people need to fucking say something. People feel the need to say, "Oh, está robado." But I promise you, if it was vice versa and Cruz Azul went off some shit like that, nobody was gonna say anything because it's Cruz Azul. But it's because it's America. America is the only team on earth that gets calls like that and people react out of it. But it's a penalty at the end of the day. There's really nothing else to it.
All right, but being dead serious, I also think Cruz Azul, more than anything, they fumbled the game. They fumbled.
No, they didn't beg. They didn't finish their chances. Endless chances.
Yeah, they
From the
fumbled.
first minute to the 90th, they were pressuring the whole game. But yeah, there you go. At the end of it, they wasted chances, and America got a little fluky penalty, and we put it in the back of the net. You get punished for not putting your goals in the back of the net, because at the end of the day, that's what's going to win the championship. You putting balls in the back of the net.
I agree on that part.
About time you agree on something.
I don't know. I just think it's just kind of I don't know. I think it was an underwhelming way to end the Liguilla, but I'm not even saying Cruz Azul deserved to win because I don't think if you miss that many chances you deserve to win.
Not at all.
But I don't know. I just wish I'd have gone to like extra time or something.
I think extra time was what people wanted, but at the end of the day, I think football won today or yesterday or Sunday, whenever it was. I think football definitely won in the
Wait, I
weekend.
have a question for you as an America fan.
All right, let's hear it.
Would you consider like how would I even word this? Would you consider the season a success or not? Because I mean, yes, you won the title. You won the title, of course. But I think it's kind of crazy, and I think it almost like it's like a dark cloud over America. I could be wrong. The fact that they're not going to be one of the 4 representatives at the CONCACAF Cup because they lost to Pachuca. Like, I feel like that honestly was more important than getting the Bicampeonato.
You just pick and choose in it. I think you guys probably would have said the same shit if America was in the final of the Conca Champions and we would have lost in the Liguilla. I think the same situation would have been.
Well, I'm asking you as an American.
Oh, you're asking about my opinion. I'm not gonna say I'm obviously Bicampeonato. Few teams have done it. I think it's a great season for us at the end of it. I don't think we played our best ball, and I obviously don't think we deserve to go to the Copa Mundial de Clubes because Pachuca outclassed us in every way in the both legs. Well, am I disappointed? Of course, because like you said, what is this? The biggest Club World Cup is ever going to be played, no? So yeah, obviously,
that's why I feel like
America being, Mr. Mexico wanted to be representing, but unfortunately we couldn't get that done. Chances were wasted, and Pachuca took advantage of that. I also think that helped us go towards winning the La Quince also, because at that point there was really nothing else to fight for, so we just pretty much put all our chips on the Copa, on winning La Liguilla.
So you wouldn't trade this? You wouldn't trade this like La Quince to have a chance in the final?
Nah, we'll be back. We'll be back.
All right.
Yeah, definitely. Those can definitely happen again, but winning the Bicampeonato is something, obviously, I can definitely say I've now seen in my lifetime. So can't be can't be too upset about not making a final of a tournament that's gonna happen every couple of years.
Fairs.
Especially knowing with the team like America, we will be back. We'll be back there. We'll be back there in those semifinal runs. Hopefully not playing Pachuca, but anybody else will probably smoke them.
But what was Al doing? Asking question?
Yeah, he was making off, and then I heard a phone call scared the shit out of me. I thought he left his phone in here.
Hella funny.
When you coming, Chris? People
All
want to
right.
know, man. When you gonna hop back on?
Soon, bro. Soon. There's some plan. People don't know yet, but behind the scenes we're cooking something.
We'll let them know soon enough.
To be honest, Alex plan is all crazy, and I don't know. I don't know how long he want to be on here.
Shit, my doc. I ran out of shit to talk about on my doc in like 15 minutes. I was cooked already.
Yeah, but pretty much just came here to cook Kiqs. But besides that, I can bounce out. Let you guys finish. Let you guys finish your episode.
Nah, man, do your thing, bro. Appreciate you for being on.
All right, bro.
Peace.
Total. Next time.
Arriba la 15.
Was this the worst Bicampeonato ever?
No way. Not. I mean, shit. I watched one Bicampeonato my whole life, and it was the Atlas one. So I can't. How could I possibly say if it was the worst one ever? I just watched my team win a Bicampeonato. How could I possibly say it's the worst one? Did we play our best football? No. But how could someone say? How could you possibly say is this the worst 2-time championship? Like, what the fuck is that even? Is that even a question? How do you do it badly? How do you win 2 championships and suck at it? You know what? Come on, man. No, not at all. What was that transfer one? It was from Gage.
What signing will affect the team for better or worse? So
I guess I can just say a signing that would better the squad, and that would definitely be Fidel. Not Fidel. Yes, Fidel Ambris from León. Picked up an injury in the quarter of the season. Didn't finish off, obviously. Not even in Liguilla, because that's León for you. So if the kid really wants a shot at going to Europe like he says he does, I think we're a better place to get that outburst than Papa America. Come on, man. I think he will definitely up our midfield. Since unfortunately Fidalgo might leave. Who knows what's going on with there. Other than that, I don't think so. I don't think I don't think there's any transfers that could worsen the squad, unfortunately, for the aunties, because you don't join America and you suck. Look at Chicote playing for your arch rivals and becoming champions with daddy. Come on, man.
out of all the America titles, which one was your favorite so far?
Which one was my favorite? I'll keep it realistic. My favorite one was last season's when we won La 14, when we absolutely dominated the league and the Liguilla, torching every single team that we played, dominating in every single aspect. That was a great Liguilla. But obviously, way closer to my heart has to be the Moises Muñoz 26 de Mayo 2013, man. That goal, that game, how special it was, raining. This one gave me a bit of those antics, but obviously almost the same way too, because Cruz Azul were whooping our ass over there in 2013 también. But oh man, the nostalgia in that field, that squad, all those players. Ruben Sambuesa and Mosquera were actually at the field to watch La Quince. And that was pretty cool to see them, because obviously those guys are some heroes to me growing up. I've seen them perform, do their thing for America with Piojo. Everything, but obviously that game will never be probably topped. You'll never see another goalkeeper tie a game and force penalties off of a header. You can say that he didn't score it himself, but I think the only way that counts is if a goalie, obviously heads it in. They had to give it to him. He at least put it on goal. There was no way they weren't gonna. There's no way they weren't gonna give it to him. And now Moises Muñoz is gonna live with that for the rest of his life. Lucky motherfucker. Emmanuel's dumbass. Of course, he gets one more to out the video. Says, "Who is your favorite young prospect, Mexican and non-Mexican?" I don't have a specific favorite Mexican prospect, but I can definitely name 3. Jordan Carrillo, baller. Obviously, can't wait to see more of him. Picks with the ball, fluidity, directiveness, great footballer, pretty handsome. Fuck it. Rodrigo Huescas, I watched him for majority of the season. I'm not gonna say I watched the shits in Cruz Azul either, but I definitely picked up on his game, and I know he's a really great talent, and should be something important for the selection for ages to come. And then also Fila Lambris, who I would like America to sign. But I could definitely say my favorite non-Mexican young prospect has to be the boy Kobe Mainu, generational talent, world-class footballer already. The kid is ice cold. There's nothing that can bother him, man. He's perfection on the ball. I was gonna get to see him for the Man U Dortmund game, but he ended up picking up an injury against Madrid in the friendlies. So I'm pretty sure he didn't start the full-on beginning of the season. But oh man, once he came on, it's like he was in the midfield for 10 years plus. Kobe Mainu's next up, and you guys are gonna keep hearing more about him, definitely. Really looks like that's it. I don't I don't really have much else to say. The boys are out on vacation. I thought I'd lock in, give you guys a quick extra video to the 10 motherfuckers who actually stayed and watched it. Once you guys found out it was just me. Just want to thank you guys for watching. It's been a great season. Selección coming up, Copa America, Euros. We're going to get to business, boys. Catch y'all in the next one. Peace.